Real estate wholesalers, are you struggling with inconsistent deal flow? Over the next 10 minutes, guys, I'm gonna be outlining my strategy to help you give you guys the tools that you need to get consistency in your business. Guys, my name is Joe Dillon. For those of you who don't know me, I built a multi-million-dollar real estate investment firm and we scaled to multiple markets. And since then, I've helped over 100 wholesaling businesses double, triple, some cases even quadruple their businesses to what they were doing before. Guys, pay attention because over the next 10 minutes, I'm gonna give you the strategies that you need to solve inconsistent deal flows. I have broken this business down to 13 major operational factors that can possibly contribute to an inconsistent deal flow. And guys, as you can see, some of them are hidden because I only wanna focus today on 3 of them, okay? Now, your wholesaling business is not a real estate business. It's a marketing business and it's a sales business. It's not a real estate business, it's a marketing and sales business, okay? So, where's my pen, my marker? We're gonna take you guys through 3 departments, okay? Marketing department, acquisitions department, the dispositions department for your wholesaling business. And today I wanna talk to you about inconsistent marketing, okay? So for the number one thing when it comes to getting a consistent deal flow within your wholesaling business is so simple. It's inconsistent marketing that leads people to having an inconsistent deal flow, all right? So you can think of your business like a funnel, right? Which starts with marketing, and the more you pump leads into your marketing, the more consistent and the more money you spend on your marketing, the wider your funnel is going to be for the possibility to capture as many of those contracts and convert them into deals as possible. The first thing we're gonna dive into, like I said, is inconsistent marketing. So the way that you wanna maximize all of your marketing dollars is you wanna consistently refresh your lists, okay? Get your lists from the county, from certain paid sites, third-party sites like ListSource. You can do driving for dollars, vacant properties as well. And you want to take your hottest lists, right? So let's say hot list number 1. Let's say you are stacking your lists and this is a 5-stack list, right? And you have ways to market to them over here. You have cold calling, RVM, SMS, right? What you can do, and you have list number 2, number 3. Let's say these are your hot lists. You can hit them from all angles, right? And you manage this entire process with what I give all my students is I give them a marketing planner. It's a very robust Excel document. But if you don't have that, right, that's totally fine. Just make sure that you manage your lists and you understand how you're gonna be marketing to these lists. So your hotter lists, you wanna hit from all angles, okay? Your not so hot lists, you can hit from lower cost, immediate types of marketing. So maybe you'll send them an RVM, and your hot list number 3, maybe you'll do an RVM and an SMS, right? But the point here, guys, is that you wanna cycle your marketing. What do I mean by that? Marketing is all about psychology, okay? So different people respond to different types of messaging. You can create a very sophisticated marketing plan by tailoring certain messages to certain demographics and to certain motivation points, right? Probates, pre-foreclosures, tax delinquents. You can be very specific on how you can help the homeowner. Again, all business in general is just problem solving. So if you can very clearly identify someone that has a pain point and you can very clearly provide them a solution to that pain point, boom, there is a transaction right there, okay? So guys, inconsistent marketing, you wanna make sure that you are creating this plan on a monthly basis and that through this plan right here, you will start to calculate your costs for how much it's gonna cost you per month, per marketing channel, by list, and you will have a very clear idea of how you're going to be marketing to all of your lists. And you do that on a consistent, regular basis, and you're refreshing your lists, and ideally get them from the county because that's the source. You wanna go directly to the source and you wanna get there before other people get there, all right? Next thing, and by the way, guys, that goes way deeper. I'm merely scratching the surface right now. Guys, the next thing we're gonna talk about is acquisitions, okay? Now, a major issue that can lead to inconsistent deal flow is poor lead management, okay? So we talked about inconsistent marketing, okay? Now we're gonna talk about poor lead management, okay? Now, with lead management, okay, it's simple, okay? Every single lead that comes in, you wanna have a automatic follow-up and a manual follow-up. Every single lead that comes in that's not dead, let's say they called in, you guys didn't make the deal happen, okay? You need a set plan to categorize all of your leads and place them in certain buckets. Every single bucket of your lead, every single one of those categories, every single one of those buckets should have their own follow-up protocols, okay? So for example, if you have someone that called in, you went through the entire script with them, right? And you know you can offer $80,000 for the property. And you tell them that, and they say, oh, no way, my property's worth $200,000, right? And they're also not motivated. That's a super cold lead, right? This is a very obvious, very simple example. And with that cold lead, I'm gonna set a follow-up. You know, typically, if they tell you to follow up in a certain amount of time, I always half that. So if they tell you to follow up in a month, I follow up in 2 weeks, okay? Now, in this case, I'm just going to let the system have a system that's automatically following up with that lead, and then I'm gonna manually follow up probably 3 to 6 months out, depending on how cold that lead is, okay? By the same token, if I have a medium to hot lead, and you know, that same $80,000 property, but they're asking 120, and we've gone through a lot of back and forth, I might set an appointment for that lead, or I'll keep that in my hot follow-ups if they're motivated, right? So, and again, you know, I would probably, you know, keep that very close, depending on their motivation. You can set the follow-up for anywhere from 1 to 3 weeks out, and you're gonna put them on the automatic follow-up that your CRM should have as well, all right? Now, so like I said, every single lead, guys, should have a next proper action. Now, I just told you about 2, you know, pretty obvious buckets. I have about 8 different buckets that a lead can be in. Every single one of those buckets should be followed up with in its own way and own fashion, right? Then you can get really creative with it, and you can get really creative by sending texts, sending RVMs as well, included in that whole follow-up process. By the way, a huge, robust plan that I give to all my students. The last thing that we're gonna talk about is an ineffective acquisitions team. So guys, if you're doing your marketing well, you're getting a good number of leads in the system, right? Your lead management is good, right? And you have all of these things in place, but you're still inconsistent and you're still not getting the number of deals that you should be, then you have an ineffective acquisitions team. And the way that you need, guys, mindset is probably the biggest thing when it comes to your team, all right? You need to motivate them. How do you keep your employees motivated, or yourself? Consistently paint the vision. You need to host weekly meetings. You need to go over their numbers, their KPIs, track them, have standards, display them on a board, okay? And consistently give them energy, right? Because it's very easy when you're in sales to deplete your energy. That is one of the biggest things that is very, very non-tangible, that is going to drastically increase your numbers, is keeping your team motivated with good culture, right? Again, KPIs, meetings where you're gonna go over call recordings, you're gonna go over hot leads, you're gonna role play with them, okay? All things that you can do to improve the effectiveness of your acquisitions team. There's 10 other operational major factors that we didn't go over today, but guys, there's no time for that in this short video, but I can absolutely jump on a 100% free strategy call with you guys if you're interested in really exploding your wholesaling and investing business this year Guys, your business needs this. Call me, let's jump on a strategy call ASAP so that you can experience the results that all my clients and students have seen, doubling, tripling, quadrupling their businesses, and absolutely experiencing explosive growth this year. Guys, Coach Dillon signing off. Let's crush it this year. Have a phenomenal, powerful, and purposeful day. Peace.